technology, technology, technology. I have no idea where that landed out freezing and I lost you all. I guess that is the downfall about being in my bowler here is my connection's already kind of shoddy. I don't know why. But maybe it's just not getting a very good service. So I really hope that this is going to work to be able to continue on. If you do get back on and you were on previous, I think we only had about 4 people on. Let me know in the comments if any of the hello Brenda, Barbara, I don't know if you were on before it froze. I'm just trying to figure out if any of the frequencies came through or if it froze before that, because if they did come through, then I guess that video will be up and it will just be this tiny little frequency attunement. But how are you doing today? How are things where you are? Let's see. I don't know if you were on there. Lori, yes, you're back. Did any of the frequencies come through? Did it cut out, mid frequency? Didn't see it. Okay. I wonder if I should. I'm definitely happy to do frequencies again with you guys. I just don't know when the video cut out, and I have no idea if this video will cut out again. A little bit did in the very, but not very long, and then it froze. Okay, let's just do that again. Let's just start over. We'll see if this works. Maybe I'll have to go inside, which I really don't want to have to do. It's so beautiful out here. But let's just start over again. So we'll just start with centering ourselves again. So for anybody, I would just start from the beginning. Yeah, okay, sounds good, Lori. Okay, so whether you were with me before or you're just joining me now, I just want to have a little bit of a chat with what we're taking in, right? But before we do that, I just know how important it is for us to ground right now. There's so much going on around us in the collective. There's so much going on within us of what is coming up, what we're releasing, what we're letting go. There's so much going on in the energies, everything is happening. So being able to ground right now, which is another reason the trees continually come to me and speak to me, and I know they're coming to others as well. So if you can literally get outside, put your hands on a tree. I like to put my third eye on the tree or even just hold the tree and just share that love. I know a lot of people, we've got a ton of snow, but you can sit down with your back up against the tree. So much you can do. So I highly, highly, highly recommend connecting with the trees and just being out in Mother Gaia right now, listening to the birds, seeing all the beauty. We're not seeing like a ton of rebirth yet, but we're seeing all the melting. So spring is definitely here. Let's take all this beautiful light and joy and breathe that in. We'll do the cleansing breaths again. So we'll do 3 cleansing breaths. So just focus on light, focus on something that brings you joy, that brings a smile to your face, person, place, thing, whatever that may be. We're just going to breathe that right into our heart center. We're going to go of, release it down into Mother Gaia. She absorbs it as her and transmutes it. So let's start by just centering. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Like I said, just envision light, love, joy. Breathe that deep into your heart center. Hold at the top for as long as you feel comfortable. And release, letting it all go. Breathe in. and let it all go. One last time, breathe that right into your heart center, that love and light. Hold and then release. Okay. So we are going to start with the Ohm tuning fork. So this one isn't it's not as loud, but it's just the vibration of it. And if anybody is new to frequency, sometimes they don't come through that well. I do find it is better when I'm on my phone than on my computer. But if you know, sometimes if you can't hear it, don't worry. That frequency is going through um, the collective. It's going, the vibration is going to reach to you. Just all you have to do is say yes, right? And through the quantum, it will find you. So we're just gonna take this in. And then we're going to do the root chakra. So you can just breathe in as energy in. I'm just gonna let this calibrate. Just imagine roots from wherever you are, whether you're sitting or standing right now. Just imagine roots coming out, growing deep, 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 deep into the earth. And when you get there, just imagine your roots finding a crystal, wrapping around that crystal, tug on that crystal, and bring that energy up from Mother Gaia. So let's see if we can get through. It's about, ooh, Barbara's getting ready to move into the RV for the next 3 seasons. Oh, I live in the bowler. They're not too up for that. Someday I know it will happen for me as well. But yeah, I get it. I mean, 3 kids, 2 animals, maybe a little tight in here. Ooh, you just got your and moon too. Ooh, super, super exciting for you. Okay, so I wanted to just chat because I woke up today and I woke up with some anxiety. I sat with that because, you know, whenever you feel something, it's always good to ask, is this emotion mine? Is this the collectives? You know, sit with it. And right away, I actually could feel that this was not my anxiety. Uh, I don't want to talk too much about the whole banking system, but I know that is bringing up a lot of these for people. And I just want to remind you all, um, this is what we've been asking for, right? And just to remind you that as things collapse and as things break down, we're gonna have that uneasy feeling, you know, things are collapsing and we've never experienced this before, right? But just trusting, you know, trust and surrender, those are my 2 big words that I'm really working with right now. So just surrender to it. Again, with time, we don't know, nobody knows. Anybody who is saying that, you know, divine timing is going to happen when it's going to happen how it's going to happen. So, you know, just whatever makes you feel in being prepared. You know, I've talked for a while now that I don't trust the banking system, so I don't keep my money in the banking system. And we're seeing more and more banks switching over, at least here in Canada we are, to this digital ID crap and these insane terms and conditions that you have to agree to if you're going to be continue to bank with them. So Again, I feel like this is just like, let's wake people up. Let's let people see like what we're moving into, because all this has to be exposed before the crash so that people truly understand where we've let things go, right? The moment that something starts to bring you anxiety or fear or stress, turn it off, walk away, cancel, clear, delete. Don't even let that frequency download into your system. You know, if it has already been downloaded, uninstall it. I watched a great chat with Honey C. Golden. She's amazing. I know most of you know who she is. She did a great chat, yeah, with these two fabulous ladies, and they were talking about that. They were talking about um, allowing things to download, and it just made so much sense to me, because we are computer systems. We are like the most advanced computer systems, right? So what are you taking in? Are you taking in things that are causing you, this fear, these lower vibrations, this anxiety, this stress? If you're finding that, delete them. Cancel, clear, delete. Those three words are so, so, so powerful. And just to remember, right? Welcome back, Forever Free. Sorry, I totally lost connection. So I saw welcome back. You know, standing in your sovereignty, standing in your power, um, in all ways, right? This is where the responsibility comes. We take the responsibility of what we're taking in, and this means on all levels. What are we taking in for food, for drink? What are we listening to? What energy are we allowing into our energy? Into our house? What energy are we allowing ourselves to go into? What are we listening to, like, for people? What are we taking in as I have to be really careful what I say here, as what people like to call medicine, right? All of the things. What are we taking in our minds? Our minds are so, so, so powerful. So what is your story? What are you continually telling yourself? And just to remember that you have the power to uninstall. Uninstall anything that no longer serves you, anything that is not bringing you to up level yourself, to bringing you to greater consciousness, right? There are so many people on YouTube that I've stopped watching, and not because I don't still love them and have so much you know so many of these people helped me through time, but there's just things now where it's like I've moved past that, and that's okay. It's okay to move past things and to maybe not resonate with things anymore, and to change, right? It's always so funny when people say like you've changed, and then you take that as like, or they're trying to say that as like a negative way, and you take it as a negative way. Whereas, like, that is the whole goal. Our goal is to continue to change, to continue to evolve, right? I don't know if any of us can say that we're the same people that we were 3 years ago when all this shit started, right? I would sure I mean, yeah, I mean, there are some people that are still, doing this and and all that. But that's their journey, right? And I think the majority of the people that are, on my channel and maybe listening to this, we have grown, we changed. And that's a beautiful thing. So, um, what are you taking in, right? Are you taking in things right now? Are you listening to things and they're causing you fear, anxiety? Shut it off. And then take some time to now bring expanding. Yes, expansion is a huge thing that also keeps coming into my forefront. So Forever Free just said expanding. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Um, because we're limitless, right? And that's where, like, I feel like so many of us are coming into this realization of how limitless we really are, of how limitless our body is to heal itself, how limitless we are in manifesting our reality. We are the creators of our life, right? We chose this life. We drove this avatar, this body that we're living in. We chose our family, we chose these situations, you know, and we continue, as we are on this journey called life here on earth, we are continually choosing to what we take in, what we put out, what we allow, right? And that's where it's like our minds are the most powerful. They can be destructive or they can be the most powerful in creating what you want, what you truly desire. And so many more people are coming to that realization. And that starts first and foremost with the story that you tell yourself, the story um that society has told you, right? Ever since, like, from the moment that we're born, society tells us, like, who we are, what we have to be, our parents, all these different things, anyone that goes through the school system, all these things tells us and tries to form you and put us in so many different boxes and labels and all those different things, and it's really really breaking through of all of that, which so many of us are feeling right now, which is uneasy, which is why things like grounding, however you're able to ground, um is so important, because it does, it's not an easy thing to go through, right? um the whole dark night of the soul, all of that, right? This is not easy stuff, which is why a lot of people choose not to do the work. As you stand in your truth, as you stand in your sovereignty, in your power, uh you are going to find yourself falling away, or people falling away from you. You'll find different things where you just don't want to be in that energy. You just don't resonate with it anymore. And this is everything. This is music. This is movies. This is foods. It's everything. Like it really is on all levels. And that's where, you know, spending time in meditation is so, so important. And whatever form of meditation, works for you. My 14-year-old daughter said a couple weeks ago as we were driving, she just said, "Yeah, I get into like a meditative state when I'm drawing, and if I'm thinking about other things, or my mind is like racing, I can't draw." And that was something that she came to on her end. I can say things to my kids all the time, over and over and over again. And I'm sure a lot of parents can relate to this. If they come to it on their own, or they hear it from a friend or something else, it just happens to click, right? So that to me was just like such an aha moment at 14, right? Like this are we have so much to learn from our kids. I mean, so many of these things, I've just been learning these things, as an adult. Like, so to be able to see kids coming to these things and understanding is so beautiful. you know so what does meditation look like for you? What is it that you're able to get the outside noise out and just focus on the inward, right? um Obviously, like sitting in lotus position, eyes closed, complete silence isn't for everyone. But I will say, as uncomfortable as it can be in complete silence, that is too so important. So even if you can 5 minutes a day, which is really nothing, but just start with it. Just start with 5 minutes a day, just focusing on your breath. because breath is another super, super, super important thing that we're not taught about in school. They don't teach these things in the school system that we know it. I believe all these things will be taught in the, in what we are going to create. These are all things, from ancient mystery schools that were all taught back then, right? This isn't new age crap. This is ancient wisdom and knowledge. And, sitting with your breath. So finding breath work that works for you. Sometimes you need to do like deep, deep breaths. Sometimes it's just sitting there and just allowing your breath, and as things come in and out, just allow them to just, acknowledge them and release them. And then just go back to, sometimes I need to just even like in my head be like, I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. Well, like whatever it is, right? So just to focus on, if I can encourage you that, maybe silent meditation isn't your jam, if I can encourage you to at least in some silence in breath work, um, because we do need to get to our higher self, our soul, that connection that we have with source, to truly be able to hear, right? Ask yourself certain questions. There's so many questions that we're still so conditioned to. Marin, hello girl. Woo, I miss ya. There's just so many questions that we're always asking other people, and I do this too. I'm not saying that, don't ask people these questions, but why are we not asking ourselves these questions? Ask your higher self, connect higher self, ask your higher self, what am I here to do? What is my purpose? What are my gifts and abilities that I am, help me to remember these things. All these different, we want by yourself, connect to source, get in that moment of silence. There's a reason why silence is so uncomfortable, because society has made everything so damn like, you know it's we're at this place where it's like you always have to be doing something. You always have to, there's always like music or sorry, music, or TV on, or video games, or you're running somewhere, or you're doing that. People don't know how to be silent and still. Forever free. I thrive on silence. Like that's so beautiful, right? Being able to just like come outside and listen to the beautiful music all around us outside, right? Right? Like the birds chirping, the wind blowing. As things are melting, you can just hear the water, or like a rainy day. There's so much that we can listen to without having it come from like these artificial crap that's all around us. Marin says, I love sitting in nature and listening to the birds. Yeah, and that's what I was on earlier, and then my video uh I don't know, froze, and I wasn't able to get back on. So I restarted this one. And I was saying, I wish you guys could hear as I sit in my bowler trailer, the beautiful birds chirping, because it's so, so beautiful. Chrissy, nature's music. Yes. Like that's the thing, right? Is like we really, which is why I talk about, place your on the trees. I like to, like I said, I like to put my third eye on the tree. Some people like to put their back against the tree and just listen. Just listen to the wisdom and knowledge. It's going to come to you, right? It's going the the trees are a huge, huge, huge part of our of our remembering, of our ascension. If you think about it, their roots are connected to everything. Like some of the trees are hundreds of years old. Just think of your ancestors, of all the different people who also connected to the trees, or everything that the trees heard, and the energy that they felt. And they have all that within them, right? They're connected to all the mushrooms. They're deep into Mother Gaia. Like there's so much about. Please just take some time out of your day. I like to, after I walk my dog, just come home, and even, even if it's just for a couple minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever you have, and just sit with the trees. I like to just put my hands on the trees There's so many times where people say, I just don't have the time to do that. You know, we make time. Um, are you scrolling on an app? Are you watching another YouTube video? Are you, what is it that you're doing that you don't have 5 minutes, right? The other day when I had to run out and get just a few groceries because my girls had sleepover and realized that I didn't have anything for breakfast for them. Before I came back in the house, I just put on a 5-minute guided meditation. I just sat in my vehicle and did that before I came back into the house, right? So it's like you make the time for what is important for you. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to find that silence, to find that stillness, to connect with your higher self, connect with source. You know, if you're to connect with your star family, your spirit guides, to the divine holy mother, to source more, if you're wanting all these things, to the angels, you need to do the work. Forever Free just said prioritize yourself. That is exactly right. You need to make time for this. Um, and you need to be doing the work. It's not just going to happen, right? You have to do the work. Call upon them, right? Hello, Stacy. Just finishing lunch and saw you all. So much love to you too. Um, so sometimes maybe it's, as a mom, there's times where I go pee and then I will spend an extra 5 minutes. Just I sit down on the side of my bathtub and or maybe I love the 5-minute guided meditations um that are on YouTube here. So if you are better with a guided meditation, do a 5-minute guided meditation, right? There's there's always time. So it's whether you're making the time or not. And this selfer, as much as society has made it to be a self thing, again, we know why they do that, because they don't want us opening our third eye. They don't want us connecting to source and grounding deep into Mother Gaia, connecting with the trees, because we start unlocking memories within ourselves and we start remembering who we truly are. Maya, beautiful sister, welcome. I had a massage on Sunday from an amazing lady, and she just has so much wisdom and knowledge. And she's a seer, so you go for massage, and it's also a session as well. It's so beautiful. And she was talking about how a mantra, mantras and affirmations, prayer, whatever it is, are such a great way to begin and end your day. And she was talking about, saying like, I am remembering who I truly am. And that's something that I say all the time. And she's like, okay, you need to be so specific in everything right now. And she's like, she was in my energy, obviously. And she's like, oh, no, no, no. You need to write on your mirror, I am remembering who the fuck I am, just because that's how I am. So sorry if any of you guys are offended by swearing, but I'm a swearer. So, and I was like, yeah, that's so true, because to me, that just makes it that like, oomph, that's so much more powerful. So start your day, I mean, I have a little one and I've got 2 girls as well. I know what it's like to be busy, to be a mom, to have things going on, but you're never like, wake up 5 minutes earlier, right? Wake up, whatever, if you're going to work, if you're going somewhere, 5 minutes earlier, to either do a meditation, to do some breath work, to spend time in prayer, or maybe writing in a journal is your thing. Spending time sorry, spending time on what you're grateful for, affirmations, mantras. What is it that you want to start your day with, right? What is it you want to call into your life? Maybe it's doing some like self healing on yourself and working through your chakras. Or maybe you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm feeling something here. And you spend some time self healing yourself. Um, Ending your day with all those things as well are some great options, as well as like calling your energy back, calling all the energy back that we put out into the day, and calling your energy that maybe we don't realize that we're putting out. Just call that energy back, clearing yourself and putting up protection before you go to bed. And these are all super, super great things that we need to be teaching our kids about, right? Because as much as we're going through all these things, so are our kids, right? And they don't understand. We don't understand what's going on. So they too don't understand all the things that are happening. So important. Maybe it's your grandchildren, maybe you're an auntie or an uncle, share these things with them, and help keep them in their imagination, right? Spend more time with kids if you have them, or if you're a grandparent or an auntie and uncle. Spend some time with kids, just being a kid, tapping into your inner child, into that imagination, that creativity, right? Another thing that is so important is movement. You guys all know how much I love dancing. For me, dancing is my most meditative state. It's where I'm the most connected to source, to the divine holy mother. I get downloads. That's, where my light language will come through. And the movement, being able to move these energies, these traumas, these emotions out of your body, especially when we're feeling these high emotions right now, coming in from the sun, all these different things. We need to move that energy. And sometimes it's hard, right? Sometimes it's really dense. I've been feeling a lot of dense energy. And there's times where the movement is hard. So then I go into a salt bath, and just be really intent, like everything that we need, that we're doing, just be really specific about what you're calling in, what you're clearing out, so just if the energy is super dense and your body is more like, no, I need rest right now, then listen, love somebody to create for you, right? Don't wait for other people to do things for you. Do them for yourself. Treat yourself with the love that you would give to someone that you love, right? Light that beautiful candle, put those crystals out, put the rose petals and essential oils in, whatever it is that makes you feel um just super loved and comfortable and helps you to relax. And then on other days, when you feel like you can move, stretch, do some yoga, and put on some music. Like, it's how fun is it to just put music? Shake is another thing, right? The other day, I just had to like shake because I could just feel all this energy. Just allow your body to shake, shake all your body. Maybe you need to go outside and just like release energy. Or if you're a runner or you're a walker or you're somebody that enjoys to like really work out, or, maybe as things are melting, go for a bike ride, like whatever it is. Movement is so, so important to be able to release these energies and move through them, um, so that we can allow in all these new light codes and all this upgrading to happen. I know a lot of people, myself included, are feeling lots of things happening through our body right now, waking up with different pains or just different things happening. Just know that this is all part of changing, of listening to your body is so, so important right now. Really taking in lots of water, making sure, if you can, that it's filtered water, obviously. Always, always, always bless your water. You have the power. Cleanse and clear that, and then infuse it with the intentions. What is it that you're wanting in your life? Love, joy, peace, grace, gratitude, forgiveness, prosperity, abundance, perfect health, whatever that may be, right? Um, Bring that infuse that in. Hello, Ava, welcome, queen. Infuse that into your water. Do that over your food, right? We all know what's going on with the systems in the water and all that, right? Again, you have the power. We are this powerful. So bless your food. Be grateful for all the energy that came together to bring this food to you, and just ask that it will nourish you and, your family's bodies with your highest, most loving good only. And anything that is not for your highest good, be transmuted back to source, right? Because there's so many things that we don't have control over, but here is a way that we start taking control, right? Focus on what you can do opposed to what is out of your control, because when you're focusing on all that's out of your control, that's where the anxiety and the fear and the worry and the stress starts to come in, right? Because it's out of your control. That's where you start feeling really ungrounded. So really focus on, okay, how can I now change this situation? Um, what is Ava saying? 85. Oh, that must be wrong. I can't imagine there being that many right now. But thank you for that. Oh, Judith, God loves you, and so do I. That is so beautiful. So here's another thing, Judith, thank you for that. Um, check in on your friends, right? Are you checking in on those people around you, those people that you've connected with? Are you checking in on them? Are you checking to see how they're doing? There's so many friends that have just been checking in on me, and it really is so beautiful and uplifting just to have, somebody send you that quick message or that pick up that phone and just to see how you're doing. Just know that you are never alone. We are surrounded. I had a fabulous talk last night with my soul sisters, Onyx. I need to get her back on the channel. She's divine. And she was just reminding me, of, Mary Magdalene is someone who is super close and always with me. Goddess Isis, my angel guides, ancestors, whatever it is that you connect with, they're just waiting for you to call upon them. They're there, right? They're just waiting for you to call upon them. Hello, Helen. Welcome. Yeah, Ava, I don't know what that was. That must have been some like weird glitch because I can't imagine there have been that many people. Who knows? Someday maybe, but you know, um, so check in on your people. But also just knowing like if you're needing to retreat and to do, have time for yourself, don't feel bad about that. You need to listen to what your body is telling you, right? If you, there's just so many times that we things out of like obligation, hurt someone or not wanting to feel bad. And in the end, that's going to hurt yourself, right? So really, really listen to yourself. And if you're at a place where maybe you just need to go inward more, I mean, you guys know I haven't been on here very much lately because I've just been doing so much inner work. I've had a lot of like really, really hard shit come up in my life that is really pushing me so much deeper into surrendering fully and trusting in the universe, trusting that source creator has the highest and best good for me and for my children, and to not allow myself to stay in that vibration of fear. Obviously, like I'm not telling you to just just push away like every emotion that comes up. You have to acknowledge those emotions in order to work through them, right? You got to go through the storm in order to get through it. You can't just like go around it, you have to be willing to go through it. So feel those emotions. But like I was saying earlier, what Honey C was talking about, don't allow them to download into you. Cancel, delete. So cancel, clear, delete, and now work through them. I've talked about this before of what can I do now in this now moment? What can I focus on? Breath work, affirmations, what do I want to call into my life? What can I be grateful for? Fear and anxiety and stress cannot vibrate at the same time of gratitude and love and joy, right? So this again is where we are so powerful and where we can start retraining our minds to to go into the vibration that we want to be in, right? I mean, everything is vibration, and it's the frequency at which you allow yourself to be at. So again, you know, even when you're going out, put up protection around yourself so that you're not taking on other people's their vibration and their frequency. And if you find yourself in a situation, you know, maybe you're at work or whatever, and you're like in the situation, you're like, whoa, I can really feel this person's like, you have that power. Cancel, clear, delete. I do not take that on. Clear, 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 clear. It's gone, you know, and then turn it and focus on something that you know, brings you joy, something of gratitude. Do some affirmations. The five precepts of Reiki are something that I love to start my day with, and some do it multiple times a day. And it's just for today I will not rise to anger, just for today I will not worry, just for today I will be grateful, just for today I will do my spiritual work, and just for today I'll be kind to all sentient beings. So, you know, just for today. You know, a lot of fear and anxiety and worry is because we're focusing on the future or the past, you know, all these things that what could be, and then you start bringing those into your reality, right? This is something I talk to my kids about all the time, you know. And it's, I also need these reminders, you know, as I'm going through my shit, I got to remind myself, okay, if I don't want this to happen, then I need to stop focusing on this, and I need to start focusing on what I do want. And, you know, what do I hold over? What do I do not consent to, right? That those are very, very powerful words that a lot of us really need to start like over ourselves. Those that have kids, speak that over your children, you know, until a time where they truly grasp and understand like sovereignty and can make decisions for themselves. You are the one that you know, is the decision making for them. You are the one that is guiding them, so you have that power, like saying, I do not consent to this, whatever, you know, it may be. So super, super, super powerful. If you're finding yourself, like I said, if you're in a situation and you don't want to take it on, even just say that in your head or quietly, like, I do not consent to this. I don't consent to this energy. And then cancel, clear, delete, and get that out, right? If you find something coming up, like a memory or emotion or something, then just, you know, uninstall that, you know, work through that and then uninstall it, release it, let it go. And maybe you need to do like a clearing for it, whatever that may be, but just know how powerful your words are and how powerful your mind is. So just know that you are just never alone. Okay. So there's times where when you're going through the hard shit, it's hard to remember these things, which is why it's so important to connect with other people, because we can remind each other, like, you know, as we forget these things, like, hey, have you stepped outside today? Have you taken in the sun? Have you drank some water? What kind of food are you taking in? Maybe have you put on some frequency music to change the energy around? Have you moved today? There's so many different things. Maybe you need to go and get some outside help, some energy healing or something. You know, have you prayed today? Have you done some affirmations? These are all things that we can help remind each other. Oh, Anthony, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sending you and your family love. You know, another thing too is the communities that we're building here. Um, we're all here to help support each other and one another. You guys have shown me that in ways I can never have imagined. So much love and support from you all through things that I've been going through. So don't ever feel like you can't ask for help or for prayers or for positive intention or healing, because this is what we're here for. We're here for this time to truly unite and to show one another what it is like to be here for one another, and to help each other. So, just never feel like you can't reach out to somebody. Beautiful, Maya. So it is done in divine love. Yes, everything that you do, go through it with love. There's so many beautiful like sayings, and I'm probably going to get this one wrong, but it's like our goal on earth is not to find unconditional love. We are unconditional love. We come from unconditional love. The divine holy mother Sophia, that is love. That is the epitome of what love is, right? This is who we are. We have source in us. Um, we are love. It's remembering how to love. It's remembering how to do things in love. It's remember how to receive in love. It's remembering how to help in love. It's remembering how to do all things in love, because love is what we are. It is what we come from. It is our very essence. So, yeah. That's kind of my two-bit rant for the day. I hope that this resonates with you guys all. If you missed the very beginning, I did do a frequency attunement just with my ohm tuning fork and my root chakra, if you're needing some help with that. As always, I will have below if you would like to book in for an intuitive healing session. If you're feeling like you're needing like some extra support, definitely reach out. I would love to help you with that, as well as I have my AO scanner, which is all about frequencies. So it will scan your whole system, your chakra systems, and help you um, help you get back into alignment with frequencies, as well as send you a beautiful inner voice recording that you can listen to. Another great way to start and end your day. So I'll have all that information below. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the amazing work that you're doing. Everyone that is doing this hard work, I just love and appreciate you so much, because the more and more that we work on ourselves, the more that we help to awaken and help activate memories within others. So I thank you. So much love and gratitude for you all. I hope to chat with you soon. Definitely Lady D and I will scheduling. We were supposed to be on Monday, and I had to reschedule for that. So I'm definitely going to read with her very soon. I just love her energy. So watch for that. I don't know when I'll be back on. We'll just see how things go. I love you all so very much. Get outside, take in that beautiful sunshine, ground, listen to the birds, connect with the trees, and just remember to always be in love and gratitude and joy. I love you all so much. Have an amazing day. Take care.